Hello and welcome back to One Trainer vs. the World Season 5. Now before we get started I need to acknowledge a horrible mistake I made last time. Dr. Wayne. Bruce Wayne is Batman, not the Hulk. So clearly my entire spiel about him being the Hulk was complete nonsense. I realized that this is a horrible mistake and I hope you can forgive me. Hang on a second. Mistralton City, which has a grand total of 5 houses in it. You know, I thought the distinction between towns and cities here were that cities were bigger and had more houses in them. Well, what am I going to find here? Nope. Double nope. Okay, there is a chance of getting something cool, maybe... No! Come on, stop denying me the chance of getting electric types, game! I want an electric type, you stupid game! I'm going up against a flying type gym leader. Well, what else can you really do? I mean, I suppose I could run around for ages until I get a shiny, perhaps, but... Oh. Bugger. Rotation battle. The most annoying kind of battle ever invented. So nice that that's not even a thing anymore in the recent games. Because it was obnoxious. Also so nice that I'm pretty sure this is the only point in the entire game where you actually have to do one. Also so nice that I got rid of Cut and taught Tomoko Return instead. Oh dear. So how is the Return going to deal in? Much better. So that is not going to help you, my dear Swoobat, because I have no intention of switching away from Tomoko at the moment. Maybe in a little bit, as soon as, like, if that Swoobat falls, I could send out Hogan, but nope, for the time being, it's all Tomoko. She is the only one who isn't weak to any of these guys. Okay, that is not awesome. On the other hand, now it's only the Lipard left. And Hogan can, in fact, deal with it. Let's see. Yes. Hogan, go in there and arm thrust this thing into... I thought that only worked on the first turn. No! Not flame charge. Ugh. This is stupid and annoying. I don't like this type of battle. It is dumb. Oh well, at least it will be over in a second. Arm thrust this thing into oblivion! When will I get Brick Break? It would be very nice if I had Brick Break right about now. And how fast is this thing? Oh, what do you know? Vanessa was in this battle. That's super important and relevant, I guess. Boldor for Emolga. On one hand, Emolga is a flying type. On the other hand, it's a electric type, I mean. On the other hand, fuck Emolga! Except not literally, because that's gross. And also serious animal abuse. I wonder if there will be anything cool in here. Nope, just the usual. It's not even shiny. For some reason I'm disappointed in that. Also, oh dear, Tomoko is still severely critically injured. I need her to stop being severely critically injured. Vega! This is your mom, how are you doing? Wow, you're already on Route 7? You've gone quite far! Say, how are your Pokémon? You can't get that far all by yourself, you know? It's all thanks to your Pokémon, don't forget to take care of them. Am I being too serious? Well, take care. See you in your trainer, Mom, signing off. Why, thank you for the extremely helpful advice, Mother. Clearly, what would I ever do without you? And this is as far as I can go at the moment. I do distinctly remember that there is a roadblock up ahead, so no going to Twist Mountain yet until I've obtained that gym badge. I hear shaking grass. Tomoko, vanquish this abomination with the power of friendship. Nyeh! That is doubly annoying! And now I'm sure this thing is going to use double team on me as well. No? Electro Ball? Well, how much is that going to do then? The power of friendship isn't really serving me very well here. Ugh, wouldn't it have just been typical if that thing then went ahead and used, you know, Pursuit, and then Tomoko was dead, and then, you know, Tomoko was dead. That's really the end of that, because Tomoko would be dead. So, yeah. Right, I'm pretty sure Cotton Bat at least will outspeed, so confusion this thing into oblivion! Because the power of friendship didn't work in this case. And don't have another Emolga. Well, that is not another Emolga. At the same time, it's not exactly what I would call safe for anything. Honestly, this might seem completely absurdly cruel and everything, but I'm going to switch to Vanessa. Because if there is anything here that I wouldn't particularly feel overly saddened if died, it would be Vanessa. Right. And speaking of that... Oh, no, she isn't dying right here and now. Good for you, Vanessa. I feel like such a cruel trainer right now, which of course I'm not. I mean, I'm only the leader of Team Your House is on Fire. That does not mean that I'm a cruel trainer in any way. Yeah, you just keep setting up those screens. In the meantime, I'm going to get rid of paralysis, so that I can actually attack you again. Crunch. Okay, Tomoko is in desperate need of healing. No, not paralysis heal. Lemonade. And this thing is probably going to use Reflect again, isn't it? Yep. This is a battle which I am not overly fond of being in. I'm going to use Sand Attack. What? You're not supposed to dodge my sand! You're supposed to get hit by my sand! And you're definitely not supposed to avoid it twice, you douchebag! You know, thing is, I don't have any surefire counters to Sigilyph, so this is a troubling battle. That's all kinds of bad. That's all kinds of bad-er. And again, I lack a safe switch-in. Moo Moo Milk. That's the least wasteful thing I can do now to get completely back up to full health. But seriously, Sigilyph, stop! Well, at least I finally hit it. That's an improvement. But I still don't trust it to not hit me, so... Soda Pop. You know, when I was fighting that Emolga, I was so expecting my Power of Friendship comment to be followed up with the Emolga killing Tomoko. Doing something similar to what the Sigilyph just did. Hey... I do not like you. You are not very nice. You should go and die. Except that's the problem. I can't seem to make you die. And why are you not missing me at all? Well, at least I'm not going to take any more damage. And... oh, for F's sake! Seriously! Why are you constantly missing? Excuse me, what is the accuracy of Sand Attack? Are you kidding me? Are you effing kidding me? Excuse me, now I gotta just check what Sigilyph's ability is. Because something about this does not add up. Clearly it has Wonder Skin, which cuts the accuracy of moves such as Sand Attack in half. Go die in a fire, please! Well, if that's how it's going to be, then I'm just gonna keep attacking. Wait, why didn't I use Crunch? Crunch would at least have dealt super effective damage. Though actually, with Stab and Search, Return might actually have been stronger. Ah, finally this annoying battle of annoyingness is over! X-Scissor. That is a strong move. I'ma teach it to Komori. Right. This is a place where, if I'm not mistaken, Pokémon can be found. And... hang on, I seem to recall that there was just a very low selection of Pokémon I could find here, but I'm going to check anyway. Yeah, It's either Litwick or LGM, and honestly, I'd rather have Litwick, which is the only thing that I can find on this floor, so yeah. What do you know? It's a Litwick! It's almost as if I just said that that was the only thing I could find on this floor or something. That is actually a cool thing that I might potentially add to my party. Well, didn't even have to hurt it. Or use a ball that had a more than 1 times hit ratio. Capture rate. So what do I call it? I don't know, my brain just stopped. Also, I just had a look at its stats. Yeah, I might add it to my party. Eventually. But not yet, like my god. At the moment, its stats are terrible. It would die in a millisecond, despite being already dead. You know, looking at this stupid rock, it might not be the worst idea in the world to actually use it. I mean, it wouldn't evolve by the time of the gym, because by the way, for people who didn't see the previous runs, I'm running a slight hack so that trade evolutions happen by level up, but it will happen at level 37, so not in time for the next gym. In fact, just 2 levels after where I need to be for the next gym. That's when it would evolve. Which is dumb. How annoying. I wonder, could Toto Trash be potentially useful, maybe? I gotta look up what sort of stuff Trubbish can learn. Not a whole lot that's worthwhile. I have nothing. Nothing that will be more helpful against the next gym other than what I already have. Just... I mean... Minchino can learn Thunderbolt. But guess what TM I don't have? And which I won't have until after the gym. It's Thunderbolt. Actually, it realized to me that my complaints the other day, which you would have seen just a few seconds ago, are completely illogical. Because there is actually an easy way for me to get an electric move. I don't know who I'm supposed to talk to, but somebody around here will give me one. There you go. That wasn't difficult at all. For you see, this move, Charge Beam... No, not Skydrop. Charge Beam can be learned by Cotton Bat. Let's see now. Calm Mind and Amnesia kind of occupy the same niche, except that Amnesia boosts special defense twice and Calm Mind boosts both special attack and special defense. I'm getting rid of Amnesia. Because I don't want to get rid of my stab moves. Now, I suppose there's still some battling to be had. And I still need to get to the top of that tower before I can move on to the next gym, so yeah. So a while back I was talking about how Alomomola, as far as I could understand, is just a super mediocre Pokemon. Well, I think I just found one thing it's good at least. Taking hits. My god, did it take long to take that thing out. And Komori's attack is pretty high, I believe, so... And she was using a super effective move with a high critical hit ratio. Let me just check here. Okay, so it's only the third highest on my team. Damn timid nature, making your attack lower than it otherwise would have been. Also, so earlier today I saw the latest episode of the anime, and the next episode preview seemed to be implying that one of the main characters is just going to leave next episode, that like they're going to get written out of the show, and you know, for some reason I kind of doubt that's actually going to happen. Like, it seems a bit early in the show for me for them to start just writing out characters at this point. I mean, don't get me wrong, if they actually go through with that, I will actually be kind of impressed, because, well, wouldn't that be a change of the status quo, but I just can't see that actually happening. I feel like it's probably just going to be a fake out similar to the infamous Pikachu's Goodbye episode, where they just act as though this character is going to leave, and then at the very end they're like, psych, I'm staying after all. I mean, I could be wrong. In a way, I actually want to be wrong, just because that would be a lot more interesting, but that is how I feel about that at the moment. Also, I'm noticing, just during these more recent battles, Tomoko does appear to be falling behind a fair bit. I mean, she just doesn't seem to really be keeping up with the game all that well anymore. Even if she is apparently my second hardest hitting Pokemon who has Return with Stab on it, she just seems to get it. She just seems to get near death an awful lot more than I would actually like. So I might have to replace her at a not too distant opportunity. Thankfully, if things go well, I will have something super awesome that I can replace her with before too long. I mean, I can't guarantee it, but maybe. Well, I made a very wise move switching out there. Alright. If I don't remember it wrong, I mean, yeah, I definitely am remembering this right. I'm pretty sure I mentioned it before, I saw Mystic Umbreon's video on what would be the best team for the Unova region. Stoutland was on that list, partially because it learns all the Elemental Fang moves. Unfortunately, Stoutland is a Pokemon I will never have, because Victor died immediately. Also, I just can't look at Stoutland without being reminded of that recent episode of the Sun and Moon anime. I'm not going to say much more than that in case people haven't seen it, because it's honestly just a fantastic episode that I think that people should see, but yeah. There was a Stoutland in the anime, and it played a part in a very impactful episode. Honestly, I gotta say, like, the Sun and Moon anime, I had basically no faith in it being good when I first saw the initial promotional material for it. Like, it just looked super dumb, but when I actually tried to give it a chance, it's actually a lot of fun. And, like, yeah, they actually kind of pulled off what's possibly one of the best episodes I've ever seen of the anime, so kudos to them for that. And even the weird art style didn't really take that long to get used to at all. Well, it looks like I've reached the top. Oh, you came. Thank you. I was right. What I saw was a hurt Pokemon. Don't worry though, it's fine now. I gave it a max revive, then it felt better and flew away. A max revive, eh? What is this this strange mythical object of which you speak? I have never heard of such a thing. That's right. Since you've come this far, why don't you ring the bell? Celestial Tower's bell is for soothing the spirits of Pokemon. Also, the character of the person ringing the bell is reflected in its sound. Well, that sounds super meaningful. Oh my god, that is the worst sound I have ever heard! You must be some sort of complete and utter monster, right? I honestly am feeling very scared just being in your presence right now, so I'm going to leave. Well, that was rude. Well, with that, I suppose I am almost ready for the gym. I'm supposed to be at level 35, am I not? So... well, the gym leader is at level 35, so... I want my Pokemon to be at level 34. And currently... I have 2 Pokemon that have already reached that limit. And seeing how Vanessa isn't really going to fight at all, I just want her to get to level up once more because of stuff. But yeah, for the time being, I'm going to keep the experience share on her, but after that, I am going to go right back to ignoring her. That's another thing on my team that I want to replace, strictly speaking. So yeah. My team is basically just down to 4 Pokemon that I intend to keep. The other 2 are probably just getting scrapped. And to be honest, even Cottonbat and Komori might get scrapped if I find something better. And it's not at all impossible that I will find something better before too long. Because I can think of quite a few other things that I could potentially replace them with, some of which I'm actually rather likely to get. So how many times during that very short grinding session did I find myself just seeing Shaking Grass and then encountering a random other Pokemon on the very tile right before the patch of Shaking Grass? Seriously, what is with the encounter rates in this particular area? They are absurd! Now, actually, before I enter the gym, there is one more thing that I want to do in here. Specifically, I want to find a certain item in here, because I'm certainly not prepared enough for the probably pretty easy gym yet. There you go! How come I had to go through all the wrong places in the cave before I found the one thing I was looking for, which was right next to the freaking exit? More or less. That was annoying. Arg. Also, I would say that this has led to Hogan being slightly overleveled for the gym, but it's a flying gym. Hogan is not going to be fighting in it. Right, now let us get started on this ridiculous gym of ridiculousness. Like, seriously. You move around by being fired through a cannon. That can't be safe. Seriously, who would ever invent such a stupid concept for a gym? Well, I'm immediately lost. Ah well, I'm running low on PP anyway, so I'm going to heal up and then go back in there. Oh, I just saw what I'm supposed to do. Stupid game obscuring the fact that I can enter the cannon from another angle. How was I supposed to see that arrow? You placed a freaking fence in front of it! Okay, you know, this could go very... It could still go even worse than very badly, strictly speaking. I did not expect a random cotton bat to be the thing that could potentially do me in here, but now it's looking more than a little bit likely that... that could happen. And it's also looking more than a little bit likely that something else along those lines could also happen. Vanessa, suddenly you're useful again. Now, quick attack, and hopefully it does something. Well, it did something, but the damage has been done. How dare you kill my friend like that? Excuse me, sir. Stop talking to me about random nonsense and give me your address so that I can put your house on fire. Well, at least I think I've taken out all the trainers now. Meaning that the only one left... See what I was saying about this place being absurd? They literally shot me into the wall! Why would you have a gym set up where in order to get to the gym leader, you have to get shot into the wall? That is dumb in every sense of the word! And oh my god, the death of Tomoko, that actually complicates things. Because she had crunch, which would have been very useful against the first thing I'm going to be facing inside that gym. So, yeah. You know, Tomoko, I really enjoyed having you around, even if you were starting to fall behind right now, even if I was indeed planning on replacing you after this, but I didn't want you to die before that happened. Well, guess I'm entering the gym with a team of 5 then, because I don't find it worth it to train up something new for that. Tomoko has died of retirement and we're out of time for this episode. Find out if Vega can defeat Skyla next time.